Jessie, what's waiting for you, man? Fight date, opponent, nothing yet?
Nothing yet. We're waiting to see what's around, you know?
Yeah. What would you like, man? First title defense, would you like a soft touch? Would you like a big name? What is it?
I don't care, man.
Whatever comes.
Whatever comes, you know? I already fought the best 122 pounder and I beat him.
Yeah.
Whatever's out there, you know?
Would you give him the rematch if that fight was possibly negotiated again?
If it was negotiated again, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. You know, fans want to see it, people want to see it, but you know, right now I just want to see what else is out there, and then from there, if he's still around, then we'll do it again.
What would be different in a rematch with Nonito? What would you try and do different from the first fight?
I'll be more aggressive.
Yeah.
More aggressive than I was the last time. I outsmarted him each and every round, and you know, we both had our exchanges, but I think this time around it'd be a lot easier on our end because I see how strong I was. I seen how well I took his shots.
Yeah.
So I think it'd just be a more exciting fight.
Was that like your biggest concern going into the fight? Is power, the speed? You know, because he.
No, I was more concerned about his experience.
Yeah.
You know, he's been in the ring with a lot of champions and a lot of people, and I just wanted to go in there and be the smarter fighter. You know, show him who I really was and what I was able to do.
From what you expected from him, what surprised you that you didn't know he was capable of? Did anything like impress you in there or shock you that maybe you might have not expected or anticipated?
Honestly, no. I went in there and I knew what I was gonna do, and I knew what he was gonna do, and it's just you know, my experience kicked in, and my talent and hard work kicked in, and it just it showed that night, and you know, whatever he did, I was on top of him, and I was ready for it.
So would you consider yourself the best 122 pounder now, defeating Nonito? Would you go that far as to say you're the best now, being that?
I mean. Everybody wants to be the best, you know. I'm just a fighter. I go in there and do my job, you know. I let the people criticize that and talk about that, you know. I'm just here to do my job, and you know, when the fans say that I'm the best, you know, I guess that's when I'll be the best.
Your stablemate Oscar Valdez, it was rumored that he could possibly face him next. Nonito Valdez, your stablemate. How would you say that fight would turn out if that was to go down? Valdez versus Nonito, Donaire at 126.
Honestly, I think Oscar will knock him out.
Yeah.
I think Oscar will finish him. You know, he's a strong kid. You know, I sparred with him these last couple of days, and you know, he's been one of the guys that I sparred with that actually has pop, and you know, he's a dangerous fighter at 126, and you know, right now I really don't see anybody beating him.
The winner of Santa Cruz Frampton. What do you take to them versus Oscar Valdez? Because, I mean, there's so many names that have been mentioned there, from Nonito Donaire to Abner Mares. He's mentioned Gary Russell. But, I mean, what do you take to those names in the sense of competition with Oscar? How would they fare with him? Who will be the more difficult opponent out of all of those in this division?
I mean, you really need somebody who's gonna be bigger and stronger than Oscar, because he's a tough kid. You know, He comes forward. He has power. He has speed. You know, he has a good head on his shoulders, you know, and it's very hard to beat a person like that, and especially with his work ethic, it's really hard to beat a guy like that. Those guys they're at where they're at because, you know, the hard work, but you know, I mean, we just have to see when the time comes for him to fight one of them. But I think Oscar will beat the majority of those people.
Edgar, how do you feel about any of those top fighters against Oscar? Which one will prove to be more difficult from your side of the team? Which one would you say is the most dangerous?
Styles make fights, right?
Yeah.
So I personally think that Gary Russell would be the one that would be a little bit more difficult because of his hand speed and he moves a little more. Yeah. But I mean, I think I gotta give credit to all of them. They're all good fighters, and I think they'll all be a good fight.
Yeah. And Nonito actually, he acknowledged the potential fight between Oscar Valdez, and he said that he would like maybe a tune-up at 126, and then Oscar Valdez. Do you think that would be a good choice for him to take some kind of tune-up before he jumps in there with Nonito?
I mean, of course. I mean, if he's coming up in weight, it would it would be the right thing to do. But I mean, I guess that's all up to
his team. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. What do you think, Jesse?
Yeah, I think the same. It's up to them. It's whatever they want to call the shots and see what works better for them. Because 122 is a lot of people think, it's just 4 pounds. Those 4 pounds make a difference.
Yeah.
So and you've seen Nonito at 126 and he did do so well. So if he could get a tune-up fight and then go after him,
it makes more sense for him. Yeah.
Of course.
How do you think those pounds would matter in a fight between Chavez Jr. and Canelo, being that Chavez made 167, it looks like he has to drop about 3.5 pounds, and Canelo's gonna jump up a good 10 pounds or so. What do you take to that matchup in the weights, being that you're noting the 4 pounds moving from 122 to 126? How do you see him playing out with Chavez Jr. and Canelo?
I mean, it's difficult on both ends because, you got a guy coming down, struggling to make 165 or 164. And you got a guy who's jumping up and never felt that power, at 165. So, you just got to see how well they take it. And, who's really trained hard to accept that weight.
Yeah.
Because if not, you get one who could be drained and you could be one who overate. And
overweight and whatnot, yeah.
So, at the end of it, you just got to see who's really, really meant to be there.
From a boxing standpoint and as a fan, how would you see that fight playing out, considering the drastic weight, moving up and down and whatnot, the weight issues?
I don't know, man. Honestly, I want Chavez to win. I'm a Chavez fan.
Why is that? Why him over Canelo?
I've never really been a Canelo fan. I feel like everybody just bandwagoned him and just really, just got on his side because he's Mexican and just more because of his looks. But I've always liked Chavez. He's always been a great, talented fighter. A little not too disciplined in his career, but when he really gets down to it, he's a great fighter. So that's why I hope he wins.